Hey everybody, Stephen Peavotch Properties and Compass Real Estate, joining you for Open House Live on May, I don't even know what the heck it is anymore. It's Wednesday, and you're with me, and I'm so excited to show you guys this property. Hopefully everybody's doing well. These days, things are starting to get a little more less restrictive as far as going outside our houses, going to work, that sort of thing. And so as a result, we're doing Open House Live 1 day a week now. However, starting June 1st, we are going to be offering a brand new series where we're doing 3 live series every week. On Tuesdays, we'll be doing Support Local Tuesdays. Wednesdays, we'll be doing Open House Lives. And Fridays, we'll be doing real estate market updates and Austin living tips. So be sure to tune in first week of June, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday at noon Central Standard Time for our new live Facebook series that we're going to be beginning 3 times a week. But as for today, very excited to get you guys into a beautiful estate here in the very desirable neighborhood of Spanish Oaks in West Austin, in between Lake Travis and downtown. So the Spanish Oaks neighborhood has long been known as one of the most desirable neighborhoods in all of Austin. The homes here typically range anywhere from about $1 million upwards to over $10 million. So it kind of gives you an idea of the type of home you see. And really, the word home doesn't really do it justice. These are very stately homes. The square footages range anywhere from 2,700 square feet all the way up to 20,000 square feet, depending who you are and the size of house you want. So the property we're going to see today is a 4-bedroom, 6-bathroom home. It's over 6,500 square feet. It was built in 2005. So for all you folks who've been watching our Open House Lives, you'll know that homes built in the early 2000s are going to have more of your browns and warm colors as far as your decor. This home is no different. So as opposed to more modern homes built in the last couple of years that have a lot of blues, blacks, and whites and grays, homes built between 2000 and 2010 typically have a lot of warm browns, dark browns, tans, that type of thing. Also, because we're in Austin, you're gonna see different hill country style accents in this home. So it's definitely an estate. It's definitely a very high-end luxury home, but you'll still see some of that warm hill country motif as we walk through the house. It is priced at $1.625 million. So without any further ado, let's check out this gorgeous estate in Spanish Oaks. All right, so let's go where I always like to start, the entryway. As you see, we have double 8-foot Cantera doors, which you would expect in a home of this kind of stature. And we'll go ahead and check out the front real quick too, just so you get an idea of the curb appeal of this house. So the house sits on a little over an acre of a lot. It's a wide lot. It's got good depth, but most of that space is going to be in the width. So you'll see you will have some houses around here because it is a traditional neighborhood. However, because all the lots are so big, you really don't have any issues with privacy. So here's the front of the home. Very stately, nice columns, Spanish tile roofs, or Spanish tile roof, I should say. You've got your warm Austin stone. And a long walkway up to the front doors. So as we walk back into the house, you'll see nice vaulted ceilings. There's your catwalk on the second floor. And there's your winding staircase, or as we like to refer to it, the wedding portrait or prom portrait staircase. And you can see right away those warm colors I mentioned. And that goes back to the time in which this home was built. It was built in 2005. And these colors were very popular back then. So to our left, we have our formal dining room. You can see you've got a faux finish ceiling with in-ceiling lighting as well as surround sound. Nice sconces. And this is going to be, I don't want to call it a formal living room, but it kind of is because we have an informal living room on the other side of the home we're going to go to here in just a second. So nice stone columns. In this first living room we're going to walk in, you'll notice right away, floor to window, huge portrait, gorgeous windows, bringing in lots of natural light, a gorgeous light fixture, and a rotunda. Again, in a $1.625 million home in Spanish Oaks, this is what you're usually going to see. So you've got some nice custom built-ins, a huge hearth and fireplace, again with the sconces, and as you can see, it's just a massive room, very grand feeling when you walk into this family room right off the front of the house. And I say this is more of your formal because as you'll see, we'll pass that up real quick. Over there, you've got more of an informal living area off the kitchen. So right here, you've got a very nice wet bar. So this would be a great space or a great area of the house if you were to purchase this home for entertaining. I could see somebody either putting furniture right here or maybe even a grand piano, something a little nicer. And then right here, you've got your wet bar. So for having those big holiday parties or corporate events, this is where your catering crew could sit. You could have your bartender, and it's just massive. So again, nice custom built-ins, huge hearth. Here's a view from the windows. There's that catwalk we saw when we first came in, grand winding staircase, and your formal dining. Now let's continue down this corridor right here. This is going to take us into the kitchen area and the informal living area. So right here we have your breakfast area, which, as you know, you can always tell because it's right off the kitchen. You've got your separate light fixture right there. That's where your table's going to go, right here. And then we have our kitchen. And it's a very large functional kitchen. It does have a center island, and it does have the gourmet chef's 3-point triangular working area. With your commercial grade appliances, all the appliances in this kitchen are Viking. Double ovens, nice upgraded microwave, and then very high-end molded cabinetry. And again, because this house was built in 2005, we're seeing those warm colors in this house. A lot of browns, a lot of tans. Not a lot of your whites, blacks, blues, and grays that you see in more modern homes. And we'll kind of get back to that in a little bit when it comes to purchasing a home like this or offering on a home like this. So again, all Viking stainless steel appliances. If you're just now joining us, we're checking out a 4-bed, 6-bathroom home, over 6,500 square feet, built in 2005. So we're going to see a lot more warm colors in this house, not so much of your blacks, blues, whites, and grays. It has a pool, a media room, guest suite on over an acre in Spanish Oaks, priced at $1.625 million. So here you have our prep sink. Your prep sink is always a telltale sign because it's smaller than your main sink. And this is where you're basically going to be chopping up your vegetables, onions, fruits, preparing for the meal you're about to cook, hence why they call it a prep sink. And we have our nice commercial grade 6-burner Viking range. So this really is a kitchen for a gourmet chef or somebody who is a self-proclaimed foodie. So huge bar countertop right here. Coming off the end of the kitchen, you can easily fit several stools right here. And as you'll see, this is that more informal living area I told you about. So as we walked into the home, we saw that grand entrance, huge vaulted ceiling, very similar finish out as far as the hearth. You have the custom built-ins on either side, just like you had in the more formal living area. But this is a smaller living area. So this is where, because your kitchen is right off of it, you're probably going to have a sofa. You'll probably mount your TV over the fireplace. Or if you have small children, this is probably where they're going to have their toys downstairs. They're going to be congregating in a more informal, everyday type atmosphere. Whereas the great room straight through there is probably where you're going to be having those big parties we talked about, entertaining, holiday parties, those types of events. But a very nice open floor plan. You have great separation between the formal and informal living, but you still have it open enough to where you don't feel isolated from the rest of the crowd or the rest of the guests in your home. So right off the informal, we have a little balcony, and this home has several balconies. Then coming off the side of the kitchen, we have our pantry. And it's an actual walk-in, which I'm a huge fan of. I sell many homes over 4,000, 5,000 square feet, and their pantries are the size of a linen closet. So it's nice to always see a large pantry with lots of built-ins. Hey, Greg. Greg asks, how much do Viking appliances add versus JennAir level stuff? They are super nice, but if you are renovating, is it worth buying that level? Very good question, Greg. So the root of the question is, Viking versus JennAir, renovating. JennAir is a very high-end commercial grade appliance, just as Viking. But in certain situations, you're going to pay more for one over the other. Most of the time, it'll be JennAir. And the question is it worth paying that extra premium? The answer, as always, my friend Gregor, is it kind of depends. In a neighborhood like Spanish Oaks, it would be worth upgrading the appliances to a JennAir level if you were going to eventually resell, which, hello, we all eventually resell. Because a neighborhood like Spanish Oaks, as I mentioned earlier on in the video, the price point here ranges anywhere from $1 million to over $10 million. This home is about $1.6 million. So you've got plenty of room to upgrade this house, and there are plenty of buyers out there that would appreciate those types of levels in this neighborhood and in this type of floor plan. So it would behoove you to spend the additional $15,000 or $20,000 on those appliances, because you may see a $30,000 to $40,000 increase in your total sales price. Now, if you're the most expensive home, let's say this neighborhood, the homes range anywhere from $400,000 to $1.5 million. At $1.65 million, this would be the price point where you'd be at the top of this neighborhood. You would be careful about over upgrading levels of things, like levels of appliances, levels of countertops, even levels of masonry, just because most people at those price points aren't going to necessarily see the value in those upgrades, and they're not going to know about the value in those upgrades, so they're not going to want to pay for them. You always hear me use the analogy when it comes to, if you live in a $400,000, $500,000 house and you're going to do your granite countertops, like this granite countertop, for example, this is probably a level 4 or 5. It's got good movement. It's a thick granite counter. But for those who aren't in the know, they wouldn't know the difference between a level 1 and a level 12. So it's better at that price point to not spend that extra money there and instead spend the extra money maybe hanging some pendants from the ceiling. So sorry to go off on a little bit of a tangent, but that was a super, super good question. And I wanted to really give a good answer on that one because it's one I get asked often. Is it worth me to upgrade my home with a certain appliance? Is it worth me to upgrade my home, by adding a garage, those types of things? And truly, if you, are ever thinking about renovating your home or doing any kind of additions or making any changes, always reach out to your realtor, even if you're not going to sell your house, because we're in homes all day long. We see the market every single day, and we'll be able to tell you very quickly whether or not something is worth your money or not. So coming back out of the kitchen, here is that more formal living room we talked about when we first came in. As you can see, high, gorgeous vaulted ceilings, nice fixtures, a nice rotunda. This is the grand room for all of those awesome parties you'll have when you purchase this home. Going past the formal, we're going to come into the master. It's a nice corridor separate from the rest of the house. And as we walk in, you'll see right here, this is pretty much where your bed's going to go. How do I know that? You have 2 lights with separate light switches right there. What is that for? Reading. Instead of having to put nightstands here with lamps, you have built-in lighting right over each spot on the bed. Just a little way of telling where your headboard's supposed to go. A nice knocked-out bay window. It's large. Again, it's always hard to see scale when we do these virtual tours, but you have in-ceiling lighting. And here's another really cool feature about this master. It has a nice little wet bar. That's something Mr. and Mrs. Pivac would like to have in our master. Very cool. You've got your plumbing rough already right here in your sink. You've got your mini fridge. And so here's another good thing to point out. This house was built in 2005, so it's 15 years old. It's a little dated as far as colors go for some buyers, especially at this price point. Because the plumbing rough was already done here, it is very cost efficient to pop out that countertop with a lighter counter, paint those cabinets a little bit lighter, and redo that fixture, and you've got a completely resurfaced, brand new looking wet bar without having to spend a whole lot of money, and that's because the plumbing is already in there. So let's go check out the master spa. So walking right in, you'll see we have his and her sinks, nice fixtures in here. And what's interesting about this master spa, you'll see certain things in here that you're seeing in a lot of new construction homes today, but you did not see in a lot of homes back in 2005. And that's cognizant of the fact that this was and still is considered a luxury, a stately home. And so luxury homes usually always have the best of everything at the time. So this is a massive tub. My 4 children would love for their mom and dad to have a tub like this because they can just go hang out in the jacuzzi. Nice rotunda windows. And as you can see, it doesn't have privacy glass, but you really don't need it because you've got great privacy right here. You have your second sink, tall windows, built-in sconces. And then, again, something that you don't see much for homes that were built in 2005, a frameless shower. These are very popular in new construction homes today, but in 15-year-old homes, you don't see them very often. But in a neighborhood like Spanish Oaks, luxury, stately homes, as I've said, they had the best of everything even 15 years ago. And again, to point out, you have a double shower. Most homes that are 15 years old do not have double showers or rain showers for that matter. So again, going back to that, I'm looking to spend $1.5 to $2 million, and I want to be in a neighborhood like Spanish Oaks, which is very nice, very, luxurious and very stately. It's got a great golf course attached to it. There are certain things that, I'm willing to compromise on with the looks of it, but I still want certain functionality. Having a rain shower, having a double head shower right here gives you that functionality from day one to where you're not having to sacrifice that much. Hey, Erica. Yes, this home is very stunning. If you're just now joining us, we're checking out a 4-bed, 6-bathroom home, over 6,500 square feet in Spanish Oaks. It sits on over an acre. It has a nice pool, media room, 2 guest suites, priced at $1.625 million. So let's go check out the master closet. As all of you know, I am a diehard TCU alumni and Horned Frog fan. So while you might first walk in and say, purple? What's up with a purple closet? My response is, all right, it's purple. It is a little odd to see a purple closet. We don't see that very often, especially in a home of this stature. But hey, most of us always want to have one room in the house that has interesting color. Why not make it your master? It's pretty much just going to be for you and your partner anyway, so enjoy it. But yeah, as you'll see, it's a very large master bedroom. You have nice natural light coming in without sacrificing on space and utility. Nice built-in dresser right here. Built-ins all throughout for shoes, racks, other items. And it does wrap around behind this door too. So nice, large closet. My biggest beef with this closet would be the lighting, not just because some bulbs are burned out, but this lighting right here is very inexpensive. It's honestly Home Depot grade. And for this style of a home, they should have better light fixtures in here. And again, it's easy to upgrade those fixtures. You can literally just get a couple of chandeliers and put them in the existing spot where those lights are right now, and it completely transforms not just the aesthetic look of the closet, but also the functionality, because you'll have better light for picking out clothes. It's always important to be able to differentiate between your blues and your blacks. All right, so coming back out of the master spa through the master bedroom, adjacent to the master, we'll give you an idea for where we are positioned in the home. There's your entryway. That path takes you to the kitchen, formal living right here. And so right off the master, you have a very large study. How do I know it's a study? Well, wood floors, high coffered ceilings, and the other telltale sign is divided light glass door. Most offices and studies will have this type of finish out from the build. And also, while it does have a closet, and you technically could call it a bedroom because it has a closet, really you can see with all the built-ins right here, this is more cognizant of what you'll find in an office closet, not a closet that's going to house your clothes. But very nice study, nice little small bay window pop out right here, which gives you tons of natural light off the front of the home, and then another window on the side. If you're just not joining us, we're checking out a 4-bed, 6.5 bath, over 6,500 square foot estate in Spanish Oaks. That's in West Austin between Lake Travis and downtown. The home was built in 2005, so we're going to see a lot of warm colors, a lot of browns, a lot of tans, not so much of your blacks, whites, blues, and grays you see of homes today. This property does sit on over 1 acre. It's got a nice pool, 2 guest suites, great finish out, and is priced at $1.625 million. So now we're back in the entryway, seeing that gorgeous view of the pool. Let's go upstairs. There's that grand winding staircase right in the entry of the home. We like to refer to this kind of staircase as your wedding portrait staircase or your prom picture staircase. Either way, very aesthetically pleasing and fits with the grandeur of this estate in Spanish Oaks. So coming up to the top of the stairs, you'll see a wide open catwalk. When I say wide open, sometimes your catwalks have wall right here and they're very narrow and it can kind of feel very closed off. There's a game room right off of the catwalk there. Yes, it's a very beautiful staircase, my love. Okay, and we have a nice art niche right here. Built-in cabinets. This home, as most custom homes, have a lot of built-ins. Coming off the catwalk, we have one of 2 bedrooms on the second level. A nice large secondary, cool coffered ceiling right here. Great natural light, popped out bay window. And then both of the bedrooms up here have what you call a Juliet balcony. And a Juliet balcony is just what you're thinking, Romeo and Juliet, where she stood outside and listened to Romeo profess his love. That's basically what this is for, because there's not really much else you can do. You might be able to fit a small chair here, but that's about it. A Juliet balcony is really only big enough for one person, and it's really just to get fresh air, and that's about it. But we get our first view of the pool and the outdoor living. Can't wait to get down there and show you all more of it. It's gorgeous, nice, large yard, showcases this wide, over 1 acre lot. So that is bedroom number 1 of 2 bedrooms upstairs. Each bedroom also, I probably should have mentioned this earlier, has its own bath. That's all bedrooms, including the bedrooms downstairs, which is fantastic for guests, older children, or families that just want more privacy. I mean, who wants to share a bathroom if you don't have to, right? Nice upgraded granite counters, nice walk-in closet, built-in cabinets, and again, you're gonna see a lot of those browns and warm colors because this home was built in 2005, and that was the style. Lots of closets, lots of storage in this home. Here is the smart closet. So this is where all the Cat 5s are gonna culminate from your bedrooms and your office. Your cable will be. Most homes built after 2004 or 5 when this home was built have smart closets. So going back over the catwalk, let's check out this gorgeous light fixture right here in the rotunda, and then a matching light fixture and rotunda on the other side. Going over the catwalk into a very nice sized game room. Now this home does have a media room, and it has another guest suite. Where is it? We'll go see it in a second. It's a different access way. It's pretty cool. So a nice large game room. Again, same type of art niche that we just saw on the other side. And then let's go check out bedroom number 2. It is pretty much identical to the one we just saw. So same coffered ceiling, same punched out bay window. It's a little smaller. You may not be able to tell because again, it's hard to tell with virtual video size. This is a little smaller. The other bedroom had 3 windows. This has 2. That's a really good indication of why it's not as big without even having to measure. And then like the other bedroom, you have the exact same size and style in-suite bathroom with a walk-in closet and nice upgrades. So finishing up the upstairs for this part of the home, we have 2 bedrooms and a game room, each bedroom with its own in-suite bath. If you're just now joining us, we are checking out a 4-bed, 6-bathroom estate in Spanish Oaks. This home was built in 2005. It's over 6,500 square feet, sits on over 1 acre of land. It's got a pool, media room, several guest suites, and it is priced at $1.625 million. Let's talk about pricing and value. Again, the homes in this neighborhood usually go between $1 and over $10 million. So this one being priced at $1.625 is on your lower end of the neighborhood as a whole, but there's nothing low end about this home, so don't get me wrong. But that goes into why it's priced where it is. So you'll see this home is not as updated as far as style, colors, feel. You see a lot of warm colors, a lot of browns. That's cognitive of homes that were built 15 years ago. And that's why this home is not priced at $2.5 million or $2 million. The bones of it, though, are fantastic. It's got a great lot, a very nice and very good condition pool. Notice I said very good condition. Not all pools are that great because they can cost you lots of money to repair if there are issues. But overall, it's a gorgeous home. So let's go on this side of the wet bar. I'll give you an idea of where we're located. So we're back in the kitchen. And off this little hallway, we have another guest bedroom. So right here, you have your in-suite bath for the guest bedroom. Hey, Lee, yeah, the windows are gorgeous in this house here. I'm going to show my good friend and cousin Lee real quick. Check out that. Florida window, nice light all throughout the house. But going back to the guest suite, sorry guys, I digress. Here is your in-suite bath for your guest suite. And instead of having a drop-in tub, you have a nice, really cool built-in shower. Nice brick and stone surround, mosaics from floor to ceiling. You know, from someone who's been selling homes since 2004, it's cool to see a home that was built right around that time that had these types of finish out, because really it was ahead of its time, which is cool. But again, that's something a real estate nerd like me will notice. But coming back into the guest bed, again, a nice high coffered ceiling. All of the rooms, by the way, have surround sound inside of them, which is a really nice upgrade as well. Every bedroom we have seen has a bay window. So it gives you that much more space, or the feeling of that much more space, and usually a lot of natural light because you're going to have bay windows bringing in that light. But this is a fantastic guest suite. It has its own private bath, a nice walk-in closet, and it's on the first floor. So for those of you who have guests that may be older, that don't want to fight stairs, or a live-in parent, this is a great space for them. And I have a lot of clients who relocate here on a regular basis, and one of the top needs they have is a master downstairs and a guest room downstairs, because they want to be in the downstairs, but they also want their parents or their older guests not to have to fight stairs. So we're coming back to the kitchen, into the informal living area. If you're just now joining us, we're checking out a 4-bed, 6.5 bath estate in Spanish Oaks, which is in West Austin between Lake Travis and downtown. This home is over 6,500 square feet, sits on over 1 acre of land, has a pool, media room, several guest rooms, priced at $1.625 million. Now, we have not ventured back here yet. What do we see? Stairs. Remember I told you there was another media room and another guest room in this house? That's how you get there. And I'll show you what that void is and how it was built there. But before so, here is your guest bath with another built-in shower. So this is really similar to the guest bathroom we just saw in the suite. But what's great about it is you have a built-in shower, separate sink and commode, right off one of the back doors that leads to the pool. So when your guests are over and you're swimming and they want to change, or if they want to take a quick shower, rinse off before having some barbecue, they can walk into this door, and instead of tracking water through the whole house, they come right into this bathroom, shower off right there. Really, really smart functionality of this floor plan. Hey, Jessica. Oh, man, looks way nicer than Spanish. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with Spanish Oaks and Harvey, darling, okay? Nobody knows the difference. All right, guys. So now we're checking out the laundry room. I always like a laundry room that is not right off of the garage when you first walk in, so it gives you some space. But it's a very large laundry room, as you can see. Nice built-in countertops and a sink, 42-inch cabinets throughout, drying racks. Here's a space for your washer and dryer, and there's also a space for a refrigerator. And for a home priced at over $1.6 million, no matter where you're living or coming from, you'd like to think you're going to have space like that in a laundry room. This is the door to the garage. Nothing too fancy about it. It's just a pretty standard 3-car garage. I'll show it to you just the same. One thing to point out, that little egg-looking thing right there, that is a whole house vacuum system. So every home and several of the hallways have little ports in them where you can actually access the vacuum system without having to lug around your vacuum and drag it up and down stairs. So that's a nice upgrade in homes. But this is what I'm really excited to show you guys. So we just saw the whole house, but here's a little hidden staircase. You just saw the garage is right there. We're getting ready to now go upstairs to an addition to this home where they took that voided space over the garage and converted it into extra living. So on the right-hand side of the top of the stairs, you'll see they put in a nice little kitchenette. What makes it a kitchenette has a microwave and a dishwasher. If it had a range, it'd be perfect because it'd be a full kitchenette, but this is still pretty good. You got a nice high-end ice maker, makes the sonic ice, as people call it, and a mini fridge. And then across this little stairway, you have an open game room or family room. Now I'm going to tell you, this would be used as a great guest quarters, and I'll tell you why. You have a separate family room right here. You have a full bath, in-suite bath right here with a drop-in tub, nice finish out as we've seen throughout the home. Very cognizant of homes built in 2005. You've got a walk-in closet right here. A full kitchenette. Oh, I say full, 3/4 of a kitchenette. Only thing it's missing is a range. And then you have this room. Now, as you'll see when we walk in, it is currently being used as a media room. Really nice big screen. You can see the tiered levels, which gives you that stadium theater feel. Nice built-in lighting on the floor, and it even comes with a projector. So when you're watching movies, you can imagine all these windows blacked out at night. You just have your in-ceiling lights on. It'll feel like you're in an actual movie theater. So as this room sits right now, perfect for a media room because hello, that's what it's made for. And then you've got the really cool wet bar out there. Extra living, you put a pool table. It's a fun living area. However, for functionality, You could turn this room into a bedroom. You can remove this stadium seating right here, just replace the carpet, and then you have a huge bedroom with a nice little balcony. We've seen several balconies in this home, but more so than that, outside of the bedroom with its own private door, you have your own living area and your own kitchenette and your own bath. So this is a great addition that they did from a functionality standpoint. While they used it as an extra living area with a media room and a little extra living area and a kitchenette, this would easily be able to be converted into a full apartment for a live-in parent, older kids, or an au pair, which are becoming more and more popular these days, au pairs that is, with helping take care of families, with most households these days having both adults in the household work. You know, there's so many activities these days with school and extracurriculars. It's nice to have some extra help. This would be a great au pair apartment, live-in nanny apartment, you know, older parents living with you, that type of thing. So I was really excited to show that to you guys because from a functionality resale standpoint, this is a great addition to the house because there's so much you can do with it. It adds a lot of usable, functional square footage, not wasted square footage that I see in so many homes today. So coming downstairs, we're back into the informal living area of the home. Doesn't look very informal, does it? It looks very nice. But again, when you're looking at a $1.625 million estate in Spanish Oaks, this is what you're going to get most of the time. Nice large kitchen, 3-point working station for gourmet chefs and foodies, all high-end commercial-grade appliances. In this particular case, they're all Viking. So coming back into the formal living area, you'll see the nice light fixtures, the rotunda, huge vaulted ceiling, really cool, very large wet bar. So whoever custom built this home 15 years ago liked to entertain and liked to have big gatherings. You could just tell by the layout. Now, let's go check out the backyard. You can see these gorgeous windows that allow tons of natural light when you first walk into the home. Several access points to the backyard too, by the way. There's access from the master bedroom, from the informal area, the formal area, and so on. So this property sits on over 1 acre. Very large yard, and as you can see, very private. You have homes around you like you normally do in Spanish Oaks. One of the great things about this neighborhood is the lot locations and the way they configured them in the plat gives you good privacy from your neighbors. So it allowed them to fit more homes in this neighborhood without sacrificing on privacy. Very nice pool. You've got a great waterfall feature right there with a little seating area. It's not on right now, but when it is, it's very relaxing. Very nice. Here's your deep end of the pool. Turns into shallow as you move that direction. And then you've got a nice hot tub right here as well. So from the pool standpoint, there's not much more you could ask for. Gorgeous pool, nice stone surround. Right now I am standing under the covered front porch, and as you'll see, it is a 2-story back porch. Vaulted ceiling with your cedar plank ceilings. And then right here you have your outdoor kitchen. Again, with the plumbing rough, you know how much of a fan of that I am. The sink has already been put in. Got a nice mini fridge right there. Commercial grade range. It would be nice if it had a little bit of a cover right here, a little shade. You could add a trellis, but that's me being extremely picky on this gorgeous property. This is a great backyard, great setup, tons of privacy, lots of space. As I'll show you right here, you still got plenty of usable flat yard. So for kids, you can easily put 1, if not 2 play sets back here, have a pickup game of football. In this case, they like to play soccer. Here's a little walkway that takes you to a utility room and a flat area of the driveway, perfect for a basketball goal. So this would be a great family home. Spanish Oaks is located within Lake Travis ISD. So some of the best schools in the state of Texas. The elementary school for Spanish Oaks is Lake Point Elementary, which most consider to be the best elementary in Lake Travis ISD. And here is the rear view of the house. If you're just now joining us, we're checking out a 4-bed, 6-bath home, over 6,500 square feet, built in 2005, which is why we're seeing a lot of warm colors today, lots of browns and tans. The home sits on over 1.2 acres, located in Spanish Oaks, which is in West Austin between Lake Travis and downtown. Priced at $1.625 million. We are back in the entryway of the home. wrapping up our tour. So, what did y'all think? We just saw a 4-bed, 6-bath, over 6,500 square foot home in Spanish Oaks, over 1 acre of property, a pool, hot tub, media room, 2 guest suites, priced at $1.625 million. Most homes in this neighborhood, the range of homes in this neighborhood from a sales standpoint sell anywhere from right around $1 million upwards of $10+ million. So this one being at 1.625 puts it on the lower end of the neighborhood, but still a very high-end, gorgeous estate. This home was built 15 years ago. You could kind of tell with some of the finish out. You had lots of warm browns and tans in this home. But for somebody who came into this home and maybe didn't like the aesthetics of it, it's got fantastic bones. It's a really good price per foot for what you get in Spanish Oaks. And for maybe just a couple $100,000, which at this price point, let's be honest, is not that much, you could really transform the way the home looks from an aesthetic standpoint to some blacks, whites, blues, and grays, and really make it a more modern estate without sacrificing on the functionality, the size, and really the use of this house. So I was very excited to get you guys into Spanish Oaks today. I've done a lot of business in this neighborhood. It's a gorgeous neighborhood. It's a golf course community, private gated neighborhood, very affluent, one of the most affluent neighborhoods in all of Austin. So from a luxury home standpoint, from a top tier standpoint, you're not gonna find much better than Spanish Oaks. Best school, some of the best schools in the state, that type of story. But that's gonna be it for our Open House Live for this week. So starting in June, we're gonna be doing Open House Live regularly on Wednesdays. We're not gonna do Mondays and Fridays anymore now that things are kind of opening up and we're kind of getting back to normal. However, in the first week of June, we are beginning our new Facebook Live series where we are gonna be doing 3 lives a week, just not all Open House Live. On Tuesdays, we're gonna be doing Support Local Tuesdays, which is where we're gonna be interviewing and talking to local businesses, particularly those that have been affected most by COVID, about what they're going through, how we as good neighbors can help them, and also just some tips and tricks about certain industries. And then on Fridays, we're going to have real estate market updates and real estate tips. And that's basically going to be talking about the trends we're seeing here in the Austin real estate market. People are asking me every day, what's going on? Are houses selling? Are there buyers out there? Are prices still good? Are they going down? That's what our Friday Facebook Lives are going to be for. Very, very targeted, very specific updates on a regular basis, as well as giving you some different tips, tricks, and ideas about, even if you're not looking to sell your home, maybe some things you can do for updating your home and save money at the same time, or maybe some different things you should be looking at if you're thinking about refinancing your home or getting an investment property, those types of topics. So be sure to tune in starting next week, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at noon Central Standard Time for our new Facebook Live series. We'll still be doing Open House Lives every Wednesday because I love them. They're a lot of fun, and I love bringing you guys into awesome homes, luxury homes in the Austin market to give you an idea of what you get for your money these days and really what's happening in the real estate market in general. So thank you so much for joining me for this great tour in Spanish Oaks today. If you have any requests about certain neighborhoods or homes you want to see, always feel free to shoot me a text, email, or private message. Always looking for good feedback from you guys to make these videos and these live videos as beneficial as they possibly can be. So with that, I'm Stephen Pivach, broker and owner with Pivach Properties and Compass Real Estate. Had a great time with Open House Live today. I will see you next Tuesday for Support Local Tuesday at noon Central Standard Time. Y'all have a great week. Stay safe, stay sane, and enjoy summer. See you later. Bye.